Hey folks, Dana Ammons here with your Friday funding brief. And I want to start this one off a little differently because I think a lot of founders still treat funding just like it's a list. What's out there? How much is it? What's the deadline? What can I apply for this week? And listen, those are not bad questions, but they're incomplete. Because the stronger question is, who is behind the funding and what are they actually trying to do? That matters because not all capital is built the same. Some opportunities are really about visibility. Some are about strengthening the business. Some are about building ongoing access. And some are about the mission of the organization itself. And if you don't understand that part, you can end up applying to programs that sound attractive, but don't really fit what you're building or how you should be positioning your business. So this week, I want to walk through 3 organizations first and then the funding path attached to them. Because once you understand the organization, the opportunity starts making a lot more sense. First up, CO100 with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Now, the U.S. Chamber is one of the largest business advocacy organizations in the country. Most founders know the name, but I think that sometimes they misunderstand what that means in practice. This is not a random internet grant. This is not a small nonprofit side initiative. This is a major business organization using recognition as a way to elevate companies it believes are contributing to economic growth, excellence, and leadership. That context matters because CO100 is not just about money. It's really about credibility. Yes, there is funding attached, but the bigger value is validation, visibility, market positioning, and all of those things outside of recognition. And that matters for a founder who is already doing something real and is now at the stage where visibility and trust can unlock some more doors. This is not I have an idea and I need startup cash. This is closer to, we have a business, we have traction, and recognition can now create leverage. That is a very different type of founder opportunity. Now, the link to this opportunity is uschamber.com/CO100. Now, the second opportunity is Comcast RISE. Now, Comcast RISE is interesting because it's not just about writing checks. This is where I think founders need to slow down and actually read what the organization is trying to do. Comcast, through this program, is essentially saying, how do we help small businesses become stronger, more visible, and more operationally capable? That's why the support is not just cash. It includes really interesting things like marketing support, creative resources, technology upgrades, and infrastructure support. And honestly, I think that's one of the most valuable kinds of funding for a lot of small businesses because a weak business can burn straight through a check and still end up in the same place. But stronger systems, better capability, sharper marketing, that compounds. And that is not just money. That is capacity building. So if I'm a founder evaluating Comcast RISE, I'm asking myself, what part of my business gets stronger if I'm selected here? What capability gap does this actually help me close? How does this create leverage beyond cash? So make sure you check out this loan opportunity. Again, this is Comcast RISE. This is located at www.comcastrise.com. Now, the third opportunity up for consideration is IFundWomen. Now, IFundWomen is different from both of the first two because this is not just one program with one application and one narrow set of criteria. This is actually a platform, and that changes the strategy. IFundWomen exists as an ecosystem designed to help women founders access funding, visibility, support, and in many cases, corporate-backed opportunities over time. So the value is not just, did I win this one thing? The value is, am I positioned inside the right funding ecosystem to keep showing up for the right opportunity? That's powerful. Because some founders are spending all of their energy chasing isolated, one-off grants. And there's a place for that. But there's also something very strategic about getting yourself inside a platform where your business can keep getting matched against relevant opportunities as they open up. That's less about one lucky moment and more about repeat exposure and repeat access. So if I'm a founder looking at IFundWomen, I'm asking, do I have a clear enough story? Is my business positioned well enough to keep surfacing in the right way? And can I use this platform not just as an application, but as a reoccurring visibility channel? That's a different game, folks. Check IFundWomen out at www.ifundwomen.com. Now, these are three very different funding paths. CO 100 is about recognition and business credibility. Comcast RISE is about capability and strengthening the business. And finally, IFundWomen is about ongoing access and ecosystem position. That is the real lesson, folks. Funding is not just about the amount. It's not just about the deadline. It's not just about what's out there. It's about what the opportunity is actually designed to unlock. And if you understand that, you stop applying generically. You start applying intelligently. My stronger founders don't just ask how much money I can get. They are asking the more serious question, which is, what kind of organization is this? What are they actually rewarding? What kind of founder are they looking for? And most importantly, what would this actually unlock in my business? That's what alignment looks like, folks. And alignment is what makes your application stronger before you ever hit that submit button. Also, shout out to Alt Finance for continuing to support capital conversations and founder access content across the Brand Blueprint ecosystem. If you want the full funding tracker or help thinking through what actually fits your business and stage, reach out to me directly at Dana@valuegrowthpartners.com, and that's value without an E, or check us out at thebrandblueprint.biz. And here are the links again. CO 100, you can find that information at the uschamber.com/CO-100. Comcast RISE can be found at www.comcastrise.com. And finally, IFundWomen can be found at ifundwomen.com. Thanks again for joining us on another exciting episode of Funding Friday with Dana Ammons and the Brand Blueprint. Have a great one.